Mm. Mhm. Mm. Mm. One more bang. Oh, loud. Mm. Hey, Lynn. Oh, never mind. I see. You can turn it down. So. Mm. So, mm, Tom, tell me if you can hear this. Okay.
Full, loving, correct, righteous voice.
You can hear it? Oh, good. I want you to read the first 1 through 6 today. Proverbs 9. Did 8 yes? Oh, we didn't. I thought we did. Dang that. Um,
Well, good morning, everybody. We're continuing our reading of the book of Proverbs as part of our Bible reading plan here at First Baptist Church. And today we are in chapter 8. So glad you've joined us, and I hope you've already read this chapter. The verses that stood out to me are the first 4 verses and then some related verses that make the point that, that wisdom is available to all of us if we want it. If we'll just listen, we can have wisdom. So let's read the first 4 verses together and then talk about it for a moment. He says, "Does not wisdom call and understanding lift up her voice?" Now remember, in the book of Proverbs, quite often wisdom is personified as a person and usually as a woman. So think of woman wisdom. And if you remember that, then you'll properly understand some of these verses, because if you forget it, when you see the pronouns I, sometimes you'll think it's God talking, and it's not. It's wisdom, although it is the wisdom of God. So in a sense, God is speaking, but it's wisdom personified as a literary approach here. So does not wisdom call understanding lift up her voice? There's an example of wisdom being personified as lift up her voice on top of the heights beside the way, on the hills beside the roads, where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gates at the opening of the city, where people would enter the city through the gates that were part of the city wall. At the entrance of the doors, she cries out. So wisdom is, out at the intersections of the highways, the entrance to the cities, is everywhere. Verse 4, "To you, O men, I call." Wisdom, woman, wisdom, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O naive ones, understand prudence, and O fools, understand wisdom. Then verse 6, listen, and I will speak noble things, and the opening of my lips
Is
will
that
reveal.
better? Oh, hmm. I think we need another. I'm looking at something. Oh, we went over 8. Good morning, Da.
Good morning. How are you? Hi, Dr. Lynn.
Hey, good morning.
How are you on this fine MLK Day?
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Celebrating that day.
you are
Yes,
too.
that's what it is. We woke
Oh
up
my
some
God.
lovely snow out there today.
Yay. I was starting to worry about you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're starting to worry about you out there, young lady.
Great morning. Who you talking about, me?
Hey, Ree. No, I
Oh,
was telling Lady D. She said she got
oh,
snow this morning. I was like, oh, I was starting to worry about you. In Boston, ain't got no snow yet.
yeah,
So,
we had snow too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was in class yesterday, and the instructor tried to keep us in here. I said, "Oh no!" I finished my test. I said, "I got to go." Everybody started laughing at me. I got to go. Goodbye. The roads was real slushy, and it was horrible out here because I got to travel 50 minutes to class.
On Sunday too? Oh yeah, that's right, because y'all
Yeah,
doing
well, we had to
special.
do start our med tech class, so Saturday and Sunday I was in here.
Wow. Wow. Okay, okay.
But how's everybody doing? I'm going to be quiet because I'm about to go in my class. I just miss y'all, so I had to get on.
We miss you too.
We miss you too.
Thank you.
Come with me.
We miss you too, Ree.
Thank you.
Ree, did you ever go in Clever?
No,
Oh
I
my
thought about it
God.
last night. So I went.
Girl,
Oh.
you know
No,
that
I know.
Bitcoin gonna be doing stuff.
I know. I listen.
Mm-mm.
I went on my XRP wallet, the app that I got for that one. That's the one I put the $300 in, and that went up $1,000. I said I know that other one went up. So yes, I will be calling you sometime this week in the evening so you can help me.
All right.
Yes,
Mm.
ma'am.
Mm, mm,
Yes,
mm,
ma'am.
mm. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? Good morning, Debbie.
Rich Rising, sir. I'm wonderfully well. Thank you for
Yay.
asking. How are you?
I am outstanding today,
Grateful
honestly.
rising, everyone.
Good morning, Debbie. How
How
are
are you?
you?
Excellent, thank you. How are you?
Outstanding. Man, listen, everything's good on this end.
Outstanding.
Everything. We didn't get no snow, but we doing all right. Was looking for, we was expecting. It's
What
Well,
like,
we
does
have snow. It's beautiful.
one get?
oh my gosh,
Absolutely
good.
beautiful.
That foolishness.
Okay. Hey, Michelle, what's up, pillows?
Buenos dias. All is well.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. You in good health today? Thank God. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little bit messed up, but I'm gonna start with we are now hopefully, dang nabbit. Let me see, make it. I'm gonna ask Lynn if she could start the Proverbs off. We're on Proverbs 8.
Um, did you want it from a particular translation?
Ah, whatever one you feel comfortable with
I feel
and
comfortable
reading.
reading from them, but
I mean, it's all really the same, but go ahead. You might want to read from the hood. I mean,
no, you didn't.
no,
I'm
right.
sorry, y'all. Listen, why my son? I told my son I want him to start reading Proverbs. Why he already know about it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
Mm-hmm.
wow.
said, what? He said,
That's
Mommy, I
hate.
he said, all you gotta do is go on TikTok and look all that stuff up and you just learn about it. I said, oh my
Mhm.
goodness. I said, can you teach me?
Wow. Wow. All right, Lynn.
Okay. So I am in the NLT.
Okay.
And I'm on my app, so if you want to hear it and another one, I can do that rather quickly. So can everyone hear me?
Yes.
How many verses?
We're reading from Proverbs, ladies and gentlemen. And Proverbs is pretty extensive. So why don't you go from 1 to 12?
Okay. Yeah, there's a break there after 11. All right. Wisdom calls for a hearing. That's the heading. Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop along the road, she takes her stand at the crossroads. By the gates at the entrance to the town, on the road leading in, she cries aloud, I call to you, to all of you. I raise my voice to all people. You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding. Listen to
Mm,
me, for I have important things to tell you. Everything I say is right, for I speak the truth and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There is nothing devious or crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding, clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with it.
mm. That was good. That was good. Wow. What did you get from that, Lynn?
Well, wisdom is first and foremost. It's important, and for you to get the most of it, you have to have achieved understanding and knowledge.
Mm,
It's almost like wisdom without understanding and without knowledge is not a good thing.
wow. Why do you think wisdom is portrayed as calling out to people?
That's a good question. Anybody?
I think because just as we've seen with the fall of Adam and Eve way back in Genesis, there's evil, there's doing foolish things, and wisdom is calling out to people because it's calling us out of the mindset of wickedness and unhealthy relationships, um
Mm,
all these, poverty. There's so many things, folly, just doing foolishness, things that just doesn't benefit the mind or the soul or the body. So wisdom is like, it's a cry, it's a plea, you guys
mm-hmm.
killing yourself, you're choosing death, and it's calling out to give life. So that's what I think.
Wow. Wow, that's good. I really like to say, go ahead, Lynn.
Well, in the beginning, like it says that wisdom is on a hilltop. Then it says it's at the
Mm-hmm.
gates by the entrance of the town or the
Mm-hmm.
road leading in to town.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it's I guess it seems like it's everywhere, or it's where a lot of people are. So
Mm,
I would say that because it's where the people are, it's for you to get, for you to have. It's not hiding, it's accessible.
mm-hmm. So I I heard this. I was reading this. It says, I think you said it earlier just now. It says wisdom is available to everybody. Did you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I keep on saying, a lot of us keep saying, well, I don't have a manual. I don't have a manual. I don't have a manual. But it would just seem like the manual starts here. Would you like to use this for a manual when you get into a relationship?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And look at how many different Bibles there are in different translations. So that's everywhere, and it's available to most people. I'm not going to say every single person because that's what missionaries do. They go to places, that it may not be readily available or accessible, but on a whole, you talking about thousands of translations. So it's there for the masses.
Mm, 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 mm. Especially when you start raising your children and things like this. I think if we could get this. Go ahead, Ree.
I just wanted to say, if I had this as a manual, when I was younger, I would have chose better for my first child's father.
And I definitely would have chose better for my mom.
Hey.
Wow, that's good. Okay, so Naima, how are you, honey?
Good morning, grand rising, everyone. I'm wonderful and blessed. How you doing?
Amen. I am
How you
doing
doing?
well. I doing well. I
Yeah.
doing well. All right, Diane, can you read from 12? I want Diane to read from 12.
We doing
It,
Proverbs 8, right?
Yes,
Okay,
it
thank you.
ends with 16 because that's what a break is.
I seen that. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go from 12 to 16.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Mm, I'm just switching my versions on here. Proverbs 8. And you said 12 to 16. All right.
Mm.
I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight. I have power. By me, kings reign and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me, princes govern and nobles, all who ruled on the earth.
Hmm. Didn't I just say parents? Did I just say that? What did you get from that, Diane? See a lot there for
I,
me.
I the skinny of what I got is that um, any successful thing is from wisdom.
Anything. Anything.
Anything. It doesn't
Anything.
matter if
Yes.
you're a prince governing and ruling. It doesn't matter if you're a king. It doesn't
Mm.
matter whatever. Once there needs to be some type of counsel, sound judgment, like she says, those are hers. You know, um, knowledge. Discretion. All these things are all part of wisdom. So from that, I get that anything, it doesn't matter if we're talking about wealth, if we're talking about health, relationship, it doesn't matter. Anything,
Anything.
success needs to have wisdom.
So you said, listen. So listen to how this reads. It says, I.
Yeah.
Who is the I representing?
Wisdom.
Y'all hear? I, wisdom, live together with. Now that's the word right there. It says I together live with. So it seems like no matter which way or which direction you are traveling, maybe you're having a little bit of um it's almost like mm, mm, mm. I know where to discover knowledge and discernment. That's what it says here. So when you say I wisdom live together, it seems like you should always have this type. If you got any kind of um a decision that you need to make, it would seem like to me you might even want to look at it. And today's technology, you might even say, hey, Google, I'm asking questions, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that. All right. So Diane, I have a question for you. I ain't gonna get you out of that
Yeah.
one.
Diane, what translation was that?
NIV.
NIV.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So, mm, mm, mm. Okay. Wisdom, as you just read, is universally accessible, but must be actively chosen. Do
Yes.
you agree? And why?
Yes. I believe that, there's some people that just have a wise sense, like my grandmother, and it could have been also from her
Mhm.
the Bible or it being handed down to her. But I always saw my grandmother as being the type of person who didn't have to think hard into wisdom. It's almost like she just operated as a wise
Right.
woman,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's something that you pretty much have to train yourself to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you choose it, and as you keep choosing it, it becomes a habit to say, before I make any decision, no, what I'm gonna pray, what I'm gonna meditate, what I'm gonna take some quiet time to really think on what that decision making is, instead of just making a rash or harsh decision. I feel as if you have to really practice seeking wisdom. Like
Mm-hmm.
it has to be so intentional. Um, just like when we talk about, you know, having good thoughts, having good thinking for your day, meditating, all these Kiko, Kiko, all these things. Oh, sorry, the neighbors shoveling the yard, and Kiko thinks he shouldn't be out there. Um
Uh,
so I believe that yes, it has to be sought after. And the more you sought after wisdom, is the more it becomes a part of you, where you realize that it's easier to just not make some bad mistakes and then try to fix it. You try to,
mm,
or you do things, say, you know what, I need to seek some guidance, some counsel. I need to really,
mm-hmm.
look into this before I make the decision.
Wow. That's really that's for adults though, lady. You know that. That's for the grown folks.
Okay.
You know that, right? Go ahead, Michelle.
I
Michelle,
was
go
going to
ahead.
say, wisdom, it really is everywhere. And sometimes it just comes unwanted or unexpectedly. So yesterday I got a phone call from some guy, and he asked me if I wanted to go meet somewhere, and I'm like, "Do I know you?" And he said that he had gotten my number, that I gave it to him on some dating site last year, and so I really didn't want to go nowhere, but I said, "Okay, you know what? There's a first watch. I'll meet you over there." And he says, "Well, I was thinking that you could meet me at my room." I'm like, "What?" So I say, "So
Mm,
I've never met you, never seen you, don't even know who you are or know your name, and you want me to meet you where?" "Well, I'm staying at a hotel up a," you know what?
that's
That's,
foolishy.
now I hadn't
That's
been to
foolish.
church, y'all, so I didn't have the best answer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was at Bedside Baptist yesterday. So anyway, after I got done telling
Mm,
him what I thought, I said,
mm.
"But before I hang up, first of all, don't ever call me again, and I'm gonna block you. But before I do, let me give you some advice." And he said, "What's that?" "If I was you, I would stop inviting women to my hotel room. There are men who've gotten killed and robbed on dating sites. So I know some people that would show up, and when you open that door, a big foot would come behind them and knock and keep that
Mm,
door all the way open and knock your butt out. You might
mm-hmm.
want to stop doing this, but don't
Amen.
you ever call me no more." So
I know that's real.
people crazy.
Ah,
I don't know if he's
Sister
gonna take
Not.
that advice or not, that wise advice, but because I really know people that would do that to him.
Wow. Do you got your Bible out, Michelle?
I do.
All right, I want you to read the next. Let's see. Let's go. Where the break at? Let me see. I believe it's here.
Okay, so that should be
I thought we
Around
stopped
20.
at 16.
Yeah, yeah. So you read from 17 to 21.
Okay. "I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasures."
Wow. Now tell me what you got from that piece right there that you just read. What resonates with you the most out of that?
Well, it's a really good section. It talks about, "I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me." And then, of course, 21, "that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasures." So it's just as it says, that we can have wisdom that builds wealth, and that wisdom loves those who loves it.
So let me ask you a question. Love. The first thing it says, I love all who love me. So tell me something, Michelle. What does it, let me ask you this. I spend very little time with you. Very little time. And I'm supposed to be that dude of yours. I'm supposed to be that special guy, right?
Mhm.
Do you feel love?
Of course not, if you don't spend any time with me.
Hmm. So that means, so how do you spend, so how can you spend time with him?
With wisdom,
Yeah, how do you spend time with wisdom?
well, doing what we're doing now, reading the word, spending time with people that I believe are wiser than me, seeking out. The Bible says, "In the multitude of counselors, there's wisdom." Seeking
Mm,
out wisdom, spending time with wise people, and seeking out the knowledge that I believe they have.
absolutely. Absolutely. I like that. Thank you. Had to mess with you a little bit. Come on up here, Miss Naima. Do your thing. Read the rest of this.
Give me 1 second. I'm
I,
transitioning from room to
I
room. I'm
oh, I'll give you two.
and we what verse did she stop at?
21.
All right. I
And you gonna read
have 22 to where?
the end.
Okay, 31. All right. All right. Meeting out of the message. This is God sovereignly made me the first, the basic, before he did anything else. I was brought into being a long time ago, well before Earth got its start.
And you
I,
in the message, right?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm. I arrived on the scene before ocean. Yes, even before springs and rivers. Reese, she just ordered hers. Yes. Before springs, rivers, and lakes. Before mountains were sculpted and hills took shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was already there,
Mm-hmm.
newborn,
Mm-hmm.
long before God stretched out Earth's horizons and tended to the minute details of soil and weather and
Mm,
set sky firmly in place. I was there when he mapped and gave borders to the wild ocean, built the vast vault of heaven, and installed the fountains that fed oceans. When he drew a boundary for sea, posted a sign that said no trespassing, and then
mm,
staked out Earth's foundations. I
mm,
was right there with him, making sure everything fit.
mm,
Day after day, I was there with my joyful applause, always enjoying his company, delighted with the world of things and creatures, happily celebrating the human family. So, my dear friends, listen carefully.
mm.
Those who embrace these my ways are most blessed. Mark a life of discipline and live wisely. Don't squander your precious life. Bless the man, bless the
Mm-hmm.
woman who listens to me, awake and ready for me each morning, alert and responsive as I start my day's work. When you find me, you find life, real life. To
Mm-hmm.
say nothing of God's good pleasure. But if you wrong me, you damage your very soul. When you reject me, you're flirting with death. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow. Wow. Woo. Talk to me, Slim. What do you get out of this?
You
What's
know,
resonating with you today?
wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is life. The opposite of wisdom is death. It was
Period.
there before the foundations of the world. So, yeah, it said God sovereignly made me the first, the basic, before he did anything else. We could stop right there.
Wow. Oh my God. Talk
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. Wisdom is the principal thing. It's needed, and we have it. It's something that we are born with,
Mm,
and one of the things that I've learned in life is that it was a lot of things I saw. You talked about love. It was a lot of things I saw
mm-hmm.
on the outside that I already had on the inside. Now it took me doing some work, excuse me, doing some work to realize that I was, what do you say, looking for love in all the wrong places. Love comes
Wow.
from within. He gave it, just like he gave wisdom. Wisdom is coming from within. It's a God-given gift, you know.
Woo.
And like you got to seek it, because we have allowed things on the outside to distract us from what's on the inside. Marketing, and this is a very strong tool. And it
Mm-hmm.
seeks to pull you away from what you already have by telling you a half truth. That's the only
Mm.
trick that the devil had. He told a half truth.
And do he get most of us?
Mhm.
Hello.
And he
Right?
made what he wants you to doubt is the wisdom. God gave
Amen.
Adam and Eve the wisdom from the beginning.
Mm, mm, mm. Before everything else.
Before
Everything.
everything else. Yeah. Yeah.
So Proverbs is a very powerful chapter and this is what I'm gonna help you guys really. What does it really do? It says this really per it's like mm, personifies, right? Wisdom. This is what it just did. It personifies her. So when you really, really start to really understand this, y'all been seeing a lot of this word here, personifies. What did when you personify something, what did you do? What did you say in that chapter that personifies wisdom that you might want to
You
hire
make
her?
it
Go
your
ahead.
own. You make
Okay.
it your own. Look at your life and where's Lady Wisdom in your life?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Instead of trying to do everything on your own, you can't do it.
I don't want to do anything on my own anymore.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Feel me? Y'all feeling
Hmm.
this? Come
Yeah.
on up here, Deidre. Talk to me. I do it myself. I got
Yes.
this. Hmm.
Um, well, I remember last week I think I gave a definition of
Hmm.
personify or
Hmm.
personification.
Yes, you
And
did, Lynn.
it's done to make it more relatable,
Mm.
to make it more relatable to us. And, I've really been thinking over here about um wisdom being at the crossroads or being up on a hilltop. When something's up on a hilltop, you can see it for miles around. It's almost like a beacon.
Mm.
Um, like think of it as a lighthouse in the dark, like during a storm, and it'll show you the path. It serves as a guide. And I'm like, and it's at the gateway, at the road leading to the city. And I don't know why it is, but for some reason, it just put me on I-95 going north, coming out of
Mm.
Wilmington, and you get to that sign that says, "Welcome to Pennsylvania."
Mm.
That is like the main road leading into Philadelphia. You do
Mm.
not get into Philadelphia without what? Hitting I-95. And just think, if you were, I mean, if you were to do something where you would want everybody to see it or the most people to see it and benefit from it, but you'd put it on the billboard on I-95,
Amen.
right there. And a lot of times wisdom is surrounding us. We're surrounded by wisdom, but we have to know how to look for it.
Mm.
It's there, but we have to look for it. In some cases, we have to look for it like we're searching for gold or hidden treasure. And the book of Proverbs for me is um, it highlights that I need to work on
Mm-hmm.
the understanding and the knowledge, because it's like without the understanding and the knowledge, they're all connected. The wisdom, you need the understanding and knowledge to gain wisdom. But there was another word Diane read, and the version she was reading, that it talked about the word prudent.
Mm.
Are you familiar with that word?
Nope.
Prudent. Okay, a lot of times prudent is used, or you'll hear it mentioned alongside the word wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll hear it as or instead of prudent, you may hear prudence with a C, prudence. And so I wanted to see what was the difference. Was there a difference?
Mm-hmm.
And wisdom, when you kind of compare the two, um, wisdom is when you think of your knowledge that you will gain, or the ability to apply knowledge and experience and understanding so you can make sound judgments and decisions. It often involves seeing the bigger picture, aligning actions with moral or spiritual principles. That's like a wide focus. So when you look at prudence, it says prudence is the ability to think carefully and act with caution,
Mm-hmm.
particularly in practical matters. It involves foresight, discretion, and avoiding unnecessary risks. Don't they kind of sound similar? They kind of sound similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is a difference. So you can have wisdom goes with prudence. You can have wisdom and you can be prudent, but you cannot be prudent without having wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, a wise person, I'll say that again, a wise person displays prudence or exercises prudence, but a prudent person doesn't always exercise wisdom.
Wow.
Now, let's really look at that because they sounded the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to give you an example, a person saves a significant amount of money. So, this is the example of being prudent but not being wise. A
Uh-oh.
person saves a significant amount of money, or
Mm-hmm.
prudence, displaying prudence, but refuses to spend any of it on necessary health treatments, even when their condition worsens. So they were smart and they displayed foresight to save the money and to
Mm-hmm.
hold on to the money. That's prudent. But when you need it, what were you saving it for?
Mm.
You need it. And the lack of wisdom shows in failing to recognize the higher value of your health over the money, or long-term consequences of neglecting their well-being. This illustrates how prudence without wisdom can lead to decisions that, while practical in the short term, ultimately miss the bigger picture.
Hello. Hello. That is so well. Now watch this. Wisdom is closely linked to prudence. Wisdom is closely linked to prudence, discretion, and righteousness. Did you know that? Those who follow wisdom will find success and honor. Do y'all remember when I said those that smile and all that, you smile down the street? Is it attractive? Does it attract? And I'm not talking about when you're doing it, but what does it give you when you smile? Anybody, say it. If I'm smiling, what are you giving me?
A smile.
Thank you. Did you feel what look, did y'all see that? It says, watch this. Now watch this. Wisdom is closely linked to prudence. But then it says, those who follow wisdom will find success and honor, right? So, honor. Who do you honor today? Is there anyone out here you honor? Who you honor? Would you honor Dr. Martin Luther King if you knew him? See, some of
Absolutely.
y'all don't know, but at the end of the day, you would honor him. Now, watch this. How many of you want your children to honor you? Talk to me.
Yes, and I would also like to honor my children.
Huh?
And I would also like to honor my children.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
See how that goes. Cause you know what? Like you see how Tom said yes, he honored Dr. Martin Luther King at the end of the day. Do you know how many people followed him when he asked them to take a walk with him?
Right.
I'm just asking. See, these are the things that we got to look at and pull out of this daggone scripture of this proverb 8. Am I right? It says, then, watch this, those who follow wisdom and find success and honor, not just material riches, but enduring value. Enduring the value. So when I look at all of this stuff here, I'm going to say this. I want you all to listen. Take one step today to align your actions with wisdom. I think somebody kept saying, who was it that kept saying intentional? Intentional. I'm going to say it one more time. Intentional. Take one step back today to align your actions with wisdom, whether it's chosen integrity in a decision, practicing what he's going to say, practicing self control, or offering encouragement to someone in need. I'm going to say it again. Can you offer encouragement to somebody today?
Sure. Sure.
Remember, listen, what did he say? Well, he says, you got to go. What did he say? He says, read a Naima.
Discuss.
Read,
Again.
Mm-hmm.
reread,
Reread,
right?
study,
Study,
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
and
right?
share.
And share it with your who? Friends,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
and coworkers.
Mhm.
And I know you can find somebody to
Yeah.
share Proverbs 8 as we have discussed it today. Hopefully, you guys are
Honor.
really taking this. Go ahead, brother. I hear you.
Say good morning. Good morning. Honor. I should have
Mm-hmm.
a book on honor, man. 7 laws to uncommon success. Honor is one of the laws of honor. It's actually a law in the earth. The honor. So honor is a seed for access into any environment on earth. Honor decides who desires you, accepts you, and
Mm-hmm.
rewards you. Honor grows in every environment, in every single season of your life. The law of honor is the most important law on earth. Honor is not an anointing, a miracle, nor an answer to prayer. It is your personal choice
Mm.
to celebrate the distinctive difference in another. Wow, it's not about you.
See, yeah,
That's honor from a gentleman named Mike Murdoch, if anyone knows about him.
yeah, I know.
Powerful dude, late night TV. But I ordered his book one time on TV and I had it forever. But it's powerful. Honor, the laws of honor. Folks don't have no idea what honor means today. Honor, to honor something. It said,
Mm-hmm.
what you honor, you keep. What you dishonor, you lose.
Oh, whoa, you hitting it, boy.
What you honor, you keep. What you dishonor, you lose. Check the track record and see if you lost that.
Mm. Wow.
And as AJ say, I yield. Good morning, everyone.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. So Tom, how are you today with my man's hat on? You know that's my boy Daryl Dawkins' hat. He always had that hat on, boy. How
Great,
you
great.
feeling today, sir?
Just fine, just fine. Had to get out
Uh,
and shovel the sidewalk this morning, right? But
okay.
I know you don't have that problem down there,
Oh
right?
no, 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 no. We got
Right,
no, no, no. We all right. No,
right.
it passed us for some reason. I don't know why we didn't catch it.
Woo! God bless you, Tom, out there shoveling, man.
Amen.
Yes, yeah,
Be
yeah.
careful out there
Oh
with
my
that
God.
shoveling.
Oh yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah. We and one of my fellow deacons came over and said, "Hey, let's get it." So we got
Man,
it. Right.
that's what I'm talking about. Y'all still getting it
Yes,
done.
getting it done. Right.
I recall doing payments, man, years ago. A little boy, one time made
Oh,
$80, man.
oh
$80. I
yeah.
was so excited, man.
Oh yeah.
Doing shoveling payments, man.
Exactly.
$80 long back in the 80s, man.
Yes.
$80.
Yes. What a
Wow.
blessing. Right.
Mhm.
Now
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen,
you can't find the kids to do anything outside there.
whew, I want to hear from somebody today who did not, let's say, like participate at all, but I want you to, did you get anything out of Proverbs 8? Did you get anything today? Did anything resonate with anyone in this class? Just like, watch this. I'm going to challenge you all right here. It says, challenge your audience. So it says, I need you all to identify one area of your life where they can better align with wisdom and take action. Today, the relationships, the money, anything. Tell me. Okay, I'm going to ask. Had Miss Lovelace in the building today. I had her on the phone the other day. I said, Miss Lovelace, she came and said something, and I told her when we were studying, and she said such and such. It blew me. Miss Lovelace, can you talk? Sherry, Debbie, Lynn,
Yes.
anybody want to comment what I just asked you?
So was I know for me, I'd like to work on. I'm trying to use some wisdom in what I'm doing now so far as looking at my where I'm at personally, like career wise,
Mm-hmm.
and doing what I think is a better fit or the best fit
Mm-hmm.
my abilities to see if I could be compensated more fairly.
Mm.
So that's gonna take some knowledge because things have changed very much so in the years where I had been working for myself. And So I have to gather knowledge and understanding of, the new way to do business and to take advantage of all of these different technologies that we have out here and
Mm-hmm.
display some wisdom and prudence in doing what's best for me in my situation.
Mm. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to help you all out today. And I thank you, Lynn. Appreciate you. I don't know if you guys know, but today our president is about to be inaugurated. That means there's some news that's about to take place. Many of you may know when the president was elected, for some of you that may not know, but when he was elected, Bitcoin was at a very much number, like I think it was around at 62 or 63
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 that day. But after everybody knew he was being elected, do you know what happened to Bitcoin? It shot up that day.
Yes,
Took
sir.
off. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did
Yes,
y'all
sir.
hear that?
Made money.
Today is a day of the inauguration. After this inauguration, I can promise you there is some things. This is when they say there is wealth transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
How many of y'all would like a doc? How many of y'all want some of that? Anybody want some of that?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
guess what? This is the key. I'm going to say this, and I'm only going to say it once, but I done said it a million times. Get you a piece of paper. I want everybody to write this number down as I speak. Y'all got y'all pens and paper? Today, I'm going to let you know what's going on. Right now, and many of you will know this if you follow it. Do you know where Bitcoin's number is?
101.
107.
107.
107,
Mm.
a comma, 619.97.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's 107,000.
Woo.
Right.
I know when I
Six.
107.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
See
saw
what
103 last
happens.
night. Yeah.
It goes down and it goes up. But at that time, last night, you could have jumped on this thing and seen some return.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Am I right about it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know for
Here goes something. As I'm
now.
looking at mine right now, the number just changed. Like the change amount just changed, went up. Isn't that incredible?
Mm, well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share something with you, and this is for those that need to hear this. And now this is all I'm gonna give you. What I'm gonna give you, wisdom. Now, what you could do is choose it or not. Wisdom, I told you all right now to get a piece of paper, did I not?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I said, get a piece of paper and write it down. It's sad that most people, at the end of the day, what do most people choose?
Not to do it. It's easier not to do it than to do it. Remember that?
That's exactly correct, Terrence. You
It's
have an
easier not to
A
do it in
today.
network marketing. Easier not to call that person than to call that
The-
person. It's easier not to
mm.
make that follow up than to make the follow up. It's easier not to talk to that person outside, give them your card than to talk to them.
Do you understand why, at the end of the day, when it comes to the success that people who listen and a person who just talks? It's
Mm.
just like when I call you, I'm trying to get a word in, but you talk so much, I can't get the word in. Sometimes all you need to do is listen.
Mm-hmm.
you will get more out of a listening conversation. And then it says you listen to understand. Listen to understand. Right?
Yes.
I say write it down. You should have a journal with you at all times when you walk in this class. Because when they say we are good and ready to read, what did we say we were starting at the beginning of the year? The first thing I said, we starting off with Proverbs. Book, right? Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. God, nugget, don't you think this would be a good class to be in right now? Am I right about it? I think
Yes.
so.
Yes, you
It's
are.
wisdom, right? And when I say, Jesus, what you gonna say, Lynn? What happened over there? Y'all gonna
So
miss
he
out.
told us to write down 107,
Mm-hmm.
619, and 97 cents.
Yes.
It's fluctuating now near 107, 800,
Just that fast.
779,
Now look
7.
at this. I said that it ain't even been 2 minutes.
Right. Just that fast, I made 3 cents.
How many of you?
It seems
Ah,
small, but it's big.
mm. Now watch this, ladies and gentlemen. I just asked y'all a question, did I not? I said, identify one area of your life where they can be, where you can better align yourself with wisdom and take action. Anybody else? Anybody want to listen to that?
Identify one
I,
area and take action.
it said identify one area. I said there's relationships you could look at yourself and
Okay.
identify with that and take action. Right? You could look at the relationships, you could look at your money. Maybe you need to do something else with your money and
Mhm.
take action today. You understand? This technology is here for us.
Yes.
How many of us are using this technology to help better your wisdom and your knowledge? What did they say? King Solomon's knowledge was so keen, people couldn't do nothing but walk to him and get this. They wanted it. Uh, They wanted his knowledge.
Yes,
What's
they
that
did.
number? They wanted it. And they said, you
Yeah.
know what? He was one of the richest guys. He had more money than anybody. Did you notice how all of this understanding wisdom, instead of us chasing money to just
Yeah.
lose it, because that,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, if I would have read this thing, or somebody said, yo, you better read Proverbs before you can start making all that money, boy, because you're about to lose your daggone mind. Am I making sense?
You notice, most wealthy people in network marketing and different ventures, they always
Mm-hmm.
it comes to that revelation where it's God that
Mm-hmm.
did it. They know it's
Yeah.
God's principle.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something
Come
this
on.
weekend. I learned something this weekend. Like we think it's us, and the things say our
Nope.
job would never make us wealthy. The job's not going to do it. So God wants you just to trust Him and let all that other
Mm.
stuff go. If you got to let all that go,
Woo.
he told the
Lord have
rich young
mercy.
ruler to give all his possessions and sell it to the poor. He walked away
Mm-hmm.
with us. The Bible says he
Mm-hmm.
had a sad countenance. He was upset. He was bitter. All my wealth, I did this. I made this. I earned
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
This my success. This is
Mm-hmm.
my profession. No, it's all God did it. So
Wow.
if God removes it, if God did it, He can do it again if you give it
You
away.
baby, you better
So
learn that.
and that's the seed time principle. Seed time, harvest principle. You gotta know where it
Mm.
came from. So you trust in yourself
Yes.
That's the problem. That's why you can't let it go. That's why you can't give 100,000, walk away, or donate to a foundation and walk away because you think you did it. I left my wealth
Exactly.
behind. No, no,
Yeah.
you didn't leave your wealth
Yeah.
behind. So that's what I learned this
Yeah.
week about this
Yeah.
money.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Be
And that's a
freely,
good one.
be freely to give it
I'm.
away. Let it
Mm,
go. Yeah,
I'm
you get
glad
more.
you said that, brother. I'm glad you said that because we don't get it. Like they say, you got to know what the source is.
Yes,
That ain't
yeah.
it ain't you. You got to know the
There it is.
source,
There
and
it
you
is.
better learn who it is today.
God's the source. The job's a
Mm.
resource. The
Woo,
job's a
woo.
resource for money, but God is
Ah,
the
yeah,
source
yeah,
of the
yeah.
job.
Everything is a
So when God
resource
takes
for.
the job, forget the resource of the job. He took the resource. He's the source.
Oh gosh, help me, Jesus. Thank
So
you, my
removing
brother.
the job ain't removing God. It's just removing the job.
Woo.
It's the source you trusted in, but it wasn't the right source.
Mm,
But thank God for
mm.
the job over the years. Thank God for it. But
Amen.
it's all about a mental.
Mm. And that's when you're gonna learn. That's when it's gonna open up. That's when the gates of it will open right up. But he knows this. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, I love you all. Thank you for taking out the time and coming and share with me and Lynn and all the rest of us, right? We should be thankful today, right? For
Love
this
you too,
day.
brother.
Man, I can't say it enough. Guys, um, if you gotten anything out of this class, anything, please let us know. Share, comment, let us know. Go on our page and say, man, I got something out of it. And I'm going to be more relevant on it. And I'm going to be very intentional. With that being said, love you all. God bless you. And have a wonderful day on purpose.